So today is day 39 of my 100-day challenge, and I'm going to attempt to put my signatures into my cover that I've decided to use for the traveler's notebook. Couldn't think of the word. My traveler's notebook. So I've got the signature all figured out what I want to get in there. I've trimmed it down a little bit. It's a little, they were definitely sticking out in the middle. They still are a little bit, but by the time I get it into the book, they're far enough back, so I'm not too worried about them being stuck out a little bit. So put that aside for now. But what I want to do is get this cover prepped and ready to go for putting the signature in. Now, when I cut the pages out, they are coming apart just a little bit here. I got to clean that back off for the prices. I'll have to do. There we go. I have to come in with some stuff later, get that off completely. Okay, clean that off. But for today, for now, I'm going to glue a part of a used priority mail envelope that I have here. I cut it a little long so that when I glue it in, I can just trim the top and the bottom down. But I'm gonna put that in there. And then I've taken 2 pages from the digital kit that I'm gonna put in, and I'm gonna Mod Podge that down with my Mod Podge, sorry for the crinkling noise, onto the covers there. So let's start with this. I am gonna use some Fabri-Tac for this and glue the dickens out of this in here. I should have turned this over before I started because it's gonna, come on. Well, hopefully your day is going better than mine is this morning. Yeah, I should just get a new one here. Oh, there we go. Okay. All right. We're cooking with oil now. Okay. All right, so let's get some glue in here. Get this glued down. All right, can't talk while I'm squeezing glue because I'm squeezing. Okay. Whew, hopefully that should be enough. My hands are cramping. Okay. Okay. Get that in there. Get that in there. Get that in there. Okay. Squishy mess. I guess it really doesn't matter too much if it squishes out because I will be covering it with the Mod Podge. But okay. All right. Roll some of that excess glue that came off. Oof. Well, more excess glue than I thought there was. Okay, let's get this. I got a bone folder. Make sure it gets pushed in there good. Thank goodness I'm covering this goopy mess. But I gotta say, it is gonna stay. That is for sure. Okay. That's one thing nice about this Fabri-Tac is it will rub away. So you can get one of those eraser things I've seen people use. Okay. I'll make sure it didn't come through too much on the outside, that little hole I had, which it doesn't seem like it has. Okay. Whew. That was a workout for today. Okay, we get that, and it looks like fine on that side. Okay, so that should hold my spine together just dandily. Trim just a little bit more off the bottom there. Okay. I probably actually do want to make sure I get rid of this, because otherwise I think I'm going to feel the bumps through the paper. It's close to the spine, but still. Okay. All right, so that is done. So, all right, let's get the Mod Podge. I use wax paper on there to keep it nice and gooey, because I invested in a huge jar of it a long time ago for other projects before I did junk journaling, and I never really did them. And I do know that this stuff can dry out and get crusty, so I saw that as a tip, and it has been working well ever since. And as you can see, I really have not gotten too far down in there. But okay, so figure out which one I want to put on which side. I think I want to do that one. Yeah, okay. All right, so I'm going to lay, probably should have put something underneath my book here, but we're gonna pretend like I am gonna be neat and not go off the book. Maybe I will. Okay, now I feel a little better. All right, so I'm gonna put this on here. And it is a bit smaller than the book cover, which is my intention, because that way I can I never tested to make sure my ink wouldn't run. Oh, cross your fingers. Cross your fingers that this is gonna work. A slight bubble there. Okay. Well, I'm not totally mad about the bubble. I would be happy if it wasn't there, but it makes it look old. Okay. I don't want to play with it too much, because I end up ripping it or something. Would not be good. All right. Here goes nothing. Let's do the second side. I chose the matte Mod Podge originally for the other stuff I was working on too, because I didn't want the gloss, but I think the matte works better overall for these kind of things. Show your item through here, not necessarily want to see the shine for it. So I think that is one thing I didn't do. I should have done the back first. There's a trial and error, but I probably should have smoothed it down first. Made sure it was adhered good before I started putting the cover top on it. And I don't know if I really needed it, but I thought it was probably just an extra bit of security for when it gets used, that it doesn't want to possibly tear at some point or get scuffed up. So that is why I decided to go through and put a layer of Mod Podge on the top, seal these in. Hopefully I'm not going to live to regret it, because this is my only book cover that is this size. So, yeah. Okay. Okay, not too bad. Seems to be coming up just a little over there. But I think if I play with it a little, it'll go down. This side seems to be okay, besides my fold there. So, okay. Well, I think I'm gonna pause the video, let this dry good, get all cleaned up, and when I come back, I will have time to insert the signature. So, all right, be back in a flash. All right, I am back, and this cover is dry. I think it came out great, except for that, whatever you want, a crease that's in there, but otherwise nice and flat. It's got a little bit of a shine, even though it was a matte gloss, but I think it is really, that is going to be a long-lasting cover for that. So, all right, so now on to adding the signature. Now, like I said earlier, I've gone through and kind of trimmed it off a little bit. It's not totally trimmed off, but I think it's pretty good. I went through while the camera was off, and I made sure that any of my odd-shaped pockets I entered in there, most are centered. I do have one that I have, this one I have toward the bottom because I wanted it at the bottom, and have those all set up, ready to go. So, ready to get these clips on here, which is always, to me, a challenge. I know, you wouldn't think binder clips would be a challenge, but I'm always leery of how they go. There we go. And that side. Okay. All right, so the last time I did a book, I did my stamp book. There's a video out there for it. And when I bound it, I went through the signatures and the binding and ended up kind of going not too centered. And I was fine with that because it didn't cover up the words, so I was good. But for this one, what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to poke the 3 holes I want in here, and then I'm going to go through and measure out where they're at and try to get them more centered. This binding is not that important to me on the outside, and I might end up just covering it anyway when all is said and done with it, but I just thought I would kind of make it a 2-step, make it a little easier for me. So, all right, we'll get that out of the way. And, all right, so I'm just going to eyeball it. We're going to make that the center. And it's through. And then we're going to go about an inch from the top. There we go. That looks pretty good. And then we'll go about an inch from the bottom. Trying to do as straight as possible. All right, and that looks pretty good too. All right, make sure the holes are through pretty good. There we go. All right, so make sure this is facing the right way. Yeah, okay, so that's gonna go there. Now, all right, so this is where that hole is. Do it that way so I can see better. There we go. And that's where this hole is, and that's where this hole is. Okay, so now we're just going to make sure that they're centered. And yeah. That looks pretty centered. So this hole's got to go down a little bit. That one's got to go up a little bit. Okay. All right, and when all is said and done, you won't see my mark. Okay. Right. Okay. Not too bad. Get that sharp thing out of the way. Get that out of the way. All right, so I decided to use a brown neutral, even though maybe black, but I go with brown. I did already cut the almost 3 lengths of the book for that. So let's get this threaded and let's get this sewn in. Oops. Okay. All right, so I'm going to start with the center. Pull that through. Okay. All right, so this is always the octopus part of the whole thing. Go through there. Go through my hole. Poke it on through. Okay. All right, so down through that hole. Down through that hole. Whoops, all tangled. There we go. All right. Okay, there we go. Try not to poke through the thread. Go up the book. I'm not trying to fight 2 battles at once here. And we'll go through. Okay. All right. Okay, give it a nice little snug. Make sure this back is good. Make sure that is good. On each side of the thread, and we'll knot her down. Okay. triple knots. And I'm just gonna make it even. Haven't decided what I want to do with that yet. And okay. All right, success. Okay, let's get these out of here. All right, we'll do a quick flip through of the pages, make sure they look good. Oh, don't put the needle upside down, I'll stab myself later. All right. Okay. All right. Probably will cover that up a little bit. I don't like the way that that's folded back, but looks good from the outside. All right. First page. I got this tuck spot that I made with that, and then I also made some mushroom tags that I'll be able to get in there. Probably make that as a later video when I decorate it. Oh, and there is just a easy tuck space right there. I do have my mushroom belly band that I made. Probably be cute there. Let's glue it down. Made this a couple videos ago with some 2x2 strips and decorated it. Yeah. When I made that video, I was talking about how it was kind of missing something. So after it was all said and done, I did add some washi tape to there, to the side here. I think that just finished it off good. Yeah, okay. So now I got a place to tuck something in. Nice. All right. Journal spots there. Nice easy page. I got this tuck spot right there. I want to glue this corner in. I had taken, when I put it in, I put a slit in because it seemed to be folding over a little. So let's just glue that down a little bit. Okay, got a tuck spot there. Nice easy page to decorate. And then the tuck spot there. Another page that I made to fill in. Blank pages. Nice place to journal. Another tuck spot. Another tuck spot. I love that blue and yellow together. The blue is so pretty. A center page. And back through. And the pink and yellow look nice together. Probably should have put a thumb hole on that one. Maybe I can be able to go back and do that. Another tuck spot. This was a one of the digitals I printed on the coffee dyed, and I think it came out nice. There's another one of that, other half of that tuck page I made. Journal spots. More tuck there. And then this is the other half that I trimmed. Just get it to lay in there nice. Alright, pretty pages, another place to tuck something. That's that other half of that page. There's the other half of this. I got a couple tags that I had made already. that we stuck in there, and that. So, well, that turned out great. I'm very excited about it. So the next thing I need to do is just go through and figure out if I want to add some tags or some journal cards to the places I made for some tuck spots. Yeah, otherwise it is good to go. Very nice. So, all right, well, as usual, thanks so much for stopping by, and I hope you enjoyed this and learned something on what to do from it. And as usual, I hope you have a wonderful and creative day.